I swear my tires are always low, so I'm gonna need that. But guys, today on Marketplace, I really wanted to highlight a struggle that a lot of people experience. Today is World Suicide Prevention Day, and I am about to be joined by Abigail Boesdoefer, an individual that experienced how mental health can change your life. Take a look. I am here today with Abby Boesdoefer, and this segment is a more serious one that hits very close to home for many people. Today is World Suicide Prevention Day, and Abby lost her father to mental health struggles 4 years ago. He coached Plains football and was also a Sangamon County police officer, and she is here to share her story with you. I felt that there was no one better to discuss this topic with me than her. Abby, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
So this is obviously a really heavy topic, and like I said, I think it relates to a lot of people around the world.
Absolutely.
But Abby, your story is one that I think others can really find inspiration in, even though it's really heavy. How would you say suicide and mental health has kind of affected your life and your family?
So for myself and my family, you know, our lives changed in a second, and our lives will never be the same again after that. But think about how many people you have interactions with throughout the day.
Yeah.
The cashier at the gas station in the morning when you're getting your coffee, someone you're passing in line, you know, anyone you make an impression on, it's a ripple effect. So it doesn't only affect myself and my family.
Everyone.
But it's everybody. And like you said, he coached at Plains, so there's so many kids that went through his football team. Yeah. And I mean, there's so many people, so it really is a ripple effect. It doesn't only affect our family.
And he was so in touch with the community, you know.
Absolutely.
And so that's everyone, anyone that he came across.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So your father struggled with mental health, yet, you know, we always talk about he was the happiest person. He was always smiling. He was always laughing. And do you think that struggling is always shown? And kind of, you know, from that, what advice would you give to somebody who maybe is struggling?
Absolutely. That's a really important question. I think it's awesome that we're touching on it. So my dad, like you said, you walk into any room and he's the happiest person in any room. He's making jokes. He's laughing. I mean, he is the happiest guy in any room you walk into. And still, he fell victim to suicide. And so I think that
he was a little intimidating, too.
I think that while struggling can be shown, I think oftentimes struggling is done silently. And whether that comes from a place of fear or that comes from a place of intimidation or isolation, you know, I think struggling can be done silently. So it is important to, you know, check up on your friends that are the happiest and check up on your friends that look like they've got it all together, because it really can be anybody. Depression, mental health, anxiety, it doesn't discriminate. It can really be anybody.
Anybody. So as a daughter who has first-handedly witnessed the effects of this, and now a wife and a mother, what would you really say to someone who's struggling, and where would you send them if they needed help?
Absolutely. So first of all, if you have struggled with mental health in the past or are currently struggling with mental health, I am so glad that you're here, and I'm so proud of you for, you know, being here, because I know that that doesn't come easy. And I read something once that said if you don't feel strong enough to take another step, ask the people around you to pull you, because it really does take a community sometimes, and there are people that love you. There are people that want to see you succeed. And so just reach out to people.
Yeah. Well, Abby, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much.
You're such an inspiration, and I'm so glad to have had the honor to know Jason and just grow up with you. Your story, I really hope that you guys can take something from it. You aren't alone, and ask for help. We love you, and your story's not over. So thank you, Abby.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Abby, for sharing your story with us. To anyone watching, you are so loved, and your story doesn't end here.
Thanks for watching. Stick around by subscribing today, and don't miss a single video.